Hello plant people, it's Nora the Leca Queen here. Hope you're doing okay today. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today where we talk about all things indoor plants. I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I just want to give you a brief update on some of the plants that we've seen on my channel so far. So some of the plants where I've transferred from soil to Leca, or I've put up on a pole or something like that. I just wanted to show you where we're at and how things are tracking for them. So I will start with my Philodendron Mamei. I've got my Philodendron Mamei here. Isn't she just beautiful? She's a beautiful, beautiful plant. So she's a crawling philodendron. So she doesn't climb up, which is why she's not on a pole, because you know I love a pole. She crawls on the forest floor. So with this one, I took it from a round pot and I put her up in this rectangular pot, and she's crawling along. I think she's really, really happy. Leaves are looking fantastic, and she's just, whoops, spilled the water there, and she's just looking really, really good. The roots are also looking good. You can see some of the red roots there. I love how this plant has got deep red roots. It's glorious. So yeah, that is my Philodendron Mamei, loving life in Leca and loving the rectangular pot, and she is crawling away. So can't wait for this one to get really, really bushy. I will need a new house for that. Next, let's look at another philodendron. Let's look at my Philodendron Melanochrysum. There's that little gorgeous beauty there. I put that up on a pole and she's doing okay. I think she's doing okay. There's a new leaf coming there, so that's fine. I think she's okay. There's nutrient solution in the reservoir. She's got that whole pole to climb, so no pressure, little one. But yes, that is my Philodendron Melanochrysum. She's just looking, those leaves are so velvety. Look at that. Look at how they move. And it's looking really good. I'm really starting to love these velvety leaves, guys. I don't know what that means. I think I'm slowly starting to move away from the pothos and wanting something a little bit different. So this ticks the box, and she looks glorious, and she is loving it on that pole. She's still got the plant tied there because I think she's not yet completely attached to the pole. So I'll keep that there, but otherwise I think she's doing good. She's loving life. That is my Philodendron Melo. Who else do we have? Oh, again, Philodendron. Seem to have a few philodendrons. You know who this is. That is a Philodendron Verrucosum. Look at that. That's a new leaf since I put it up on this pole. Actually, this was also a new leaf. So when I got this plant, this leaf was just unfurling. And I always find when I get a new plant, I think it's just, putting it through the post, putting it in Leca. The first leaf is usually a bit funny. So, and then of course I did have that house move, so things weren't as good as they could have been. So I've got this crazy leaf there, which is fine. And then it gave me this one. So this one is new and still hardening off, so that's going really, really well. And then of course, as you can see, there's a new leaf coming there. So I'm really liking how this Philodendron Veru is taking to the pole, and I think she'll do really, really well. That's the new one. Look at how fabulous the red on that is. What I would really like to do with this plant is multi-plant it. So if anybody out there would like to gift me a Philodendron Verrucosum, that would be awesome. Because I think it would look so much better if it wasn't so, sparsy leaves. More leaves, more leaves, more leaves. More leaves is what we want. What else did we see? Oh, I know. We looked at ZZ plants. I'll just grab this little ZZ plant here. We looked at a ZZ plant. So this one is the ZZ Raven. This is a raven. This is a ZZ Raven. I put this ZZ Raven in Leca, a few months ago, and she's doing well. And you know how I can tell that she's doing well? She's not dead. That's always the first indicator. And I don't know if you can see, look at those roots. Roots are coming along nicely. There's even that root down there, starting to get roots coming through, and they're all healthy. The plant is healthy, the leaves are gorgeous. Probably needs a little bit of a clean, plant mama. I haven't cleaned my plant leaves in a while. Probably show you how I do that sometime. But yes, that is my ZZ Raven. Looking good and dark and moody. That's fantastic. I've got another ZZ plant, and I've had a few questions about this one actually, and it's really what prompted this video. This is the very, very big ZZ plant that I transitioned. It's one of my first videos where I converted this big ZZ plant from soil to leca. So I've got it here, and I'm happy to report that it is alive. Oh, hang on, can you see me there? The plant is very much alive, and it's doing really, really well. Look at that. Roots are coming through nicely. Oh, look at this one. Look at that coming through there. Those leca roots are just doing so well. The plant's alive. It's doing really, really well. It's still living in a very shallow reservoir. So that's the reservoir that I've got for it. Very, very shallow. And, you know, that's all you need with a ZZ plant. You don't need a lot of nutrient solution in the reservoir because it doesn't like that. It very much easily gets root rot. So just a very shallow reservoir that keeps the leca nice and moist, and that's all you need. You don't want those roots bathing in the nutrient solution. And yeah, this plant is really happy. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with that transition. It was as smooth as. And just as if you haven't seen the video where I transitioned this plant from soil to leca, check out the information above, and that'll take you directly to that video. But yes, that worked really well. I transitioned the plant from soil to leca. I was feeding that with Growth Technology Clonix Clone Solution, and then when it's stabilized and I could see a few of the leca roots coming through, I'm now feeding it Growth Technology Foliage Focus, and that's all it gets, and it's as happy as. I will now show you the other little ZZ plant that I transitioned from soil to leca, and that's doing fantastically as well. And where is it? Oh, it's here. So here it is. This is the ZZ Zamicro. The ZZ Zamicro has got tiny, tiny leaves. They're much smaller compared to the normal ZZ plant. Let me grab the, see, look at that. That's the Raven, and that's the Zamicro. Look at how small those leaves are. It's really quite pretty. Now, I transitioned this from soil to leca, and it's living in my Italian leca, because I only put my really special plants in my Italian leca. And I will show you what this gorgeous little baby is doing. Look at that. Look, this is a ZZ plant. Look at how glorious that looks. I could look at those roots all day. This is a ZZ plant root check. Just absolutely fabulous. How healthy is that? So another plant that's doing really, really well in leca and loving life. I decided to leave best for last. Always best for last. So some of you might remember this Manjula. This is my Epipremnum Manjula pothos. I love this plant. Just look at the curl on that leaf. Look at the variegation. It is just beautiful. It's such a glorious plant. Now, some of you might remember that this plant actually developed root rot. It developed root rot, and there were absolutely zero roots on this plant. If you haven't seen the video where I discussed this, click on the information above and it'll take you there. This plant was, for all intents and purposes, should have been dead. But since I discovered the root rot, it's actually given me two new leaves. This is a new leaf, and that's a new leaf that's just come through. Mind you, this is in the state where it has no roots. And the reason that worked is because there's a fabulous root system in the moss pole. There's lots of roots in there, and all I needed to do was keep the moss pole moist, and the plant was thriving because of the root system in the moss pole. How fabulous are moss poles? But what I've been trying to do in the last few weeks is actually regrow the roots at the bottom, because, you know, I mean, it's just nice for a plant to have roots at the bottom, isn't it? Like roots, they're roots, they should be down there. So I want to show you where we're at with this. Look at that. This is a new root where there was none before, and the little new root is actually developing secondary roots as well. So that's going really, really well. This vine here doesn't have new roots yet, but I'm hopeful. But what you will see though is, look at that. These are actually roots that are coming from inside the moss pole and are now growing into the reservoir. How fabulous is nature? It's absolutely fantastic. I'm just absolutely gobsmacked. So yes, my Manjula is alive. It's alive and well, and it will continue to be alive. And those roots are going to come back, and they are coming back. So again, I encourage you guys, use a moss pole. It's fantastic. Yeah, so that's my plants. I think they're all doing okay so far. So, you know, I'll keep you updated and let you know how they're all going. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell, and I will see you next time. Bye.